Three friends and I are hiking through the jungle, and we are lost. We're at a fork in the road. We don't know which way to go. And it is steamy hot, and we are muddy and wet. And out of nowhere, three Playboy centerfolds emerge from the bush and walk right up to us. Now, this is not a porn film I'm talking about. This actually happened to me. We were in Borneo, which is an island in Southeast Asia. And we were there because we were doing a race. It's called the Eco Challenge. It was a TV show. It was actually the inspiration for the show Survivor. Except instead of lounging and scheming on a beach, we had to race for 300 miles through a leech-infested jungle. It's one of the hardest, longest, most brutal endurance races you can do anywhere. You do it as a team of four. It has to be co-ed. So my team was my two guy buddies, Mike and Terry, and this woman named Linda, and we'd met each other doing triathlons. Now, one of the other teams in the race was Team Playboy Extreme, which was made up of three pinup models and one lucky bastard of a man. And the thing that these women had in common is that they looked fabulous naked. I knew this because I had searched out before leaving the States the exact issues of the magazines. And I had read them for the articles. So unfortunately, I have to tell you, at this moment in the jungle, the Playboy bunnies are unfortunately wearing clothes. My teammate Terry says, "Hey," to Team Playboy Extreme, and the team captain is the one who answers. Danelle Folta, Miss April 1995. 5'10", red hair, sculpted face. And I could tell from the way her dirty, wet clothes clung to her form that the magazine was right about her measurements. 34C, 24, 35. But she seemed kind of pissed off. She said, "Yeah, we hiked for an hour down that trail before we realized we were going the wrong way." So we took a moment, my team, to absorb this information because it told us that A, the Playboy bunnies had just prevented us from making a serious navigational mistake, and B, that a team of cheesecake models were 2 hours ahead of us in this race. So we all commiserate there on the trail for a moment. We talk about how hard the race has been so far. We talk about how we paddled 80 miles through the South China Sea. We talked about how we mountain biked 50 miles on dirt roads at night with 30-pound backpacks. We talked about how we'd gotten about 2 hours of sleep each night. And the really sad part is, we sucked. All the good teams were like 75 miles ahead of us by this point. We just wanted to survive. We were like the Hunger Games teams. We were brought out into the woods for the sole purpose of being slaughtered on national television. So as this conversation's going on, I briefly remove my lecherous gaze from Danelle's chest, and I shoot a glance over at my teammate Mike to be like, "Holy shit, we're with the Playboy bunnies." But he's engaged to be married, and he doesn't even seem to care. And so I look over at my teammate Terry, but Terry is this very spiritual dude, and he doesn't seem to have a need for earthly things like breasts. And Linda doesn't even like girl on girl. And so as we finish our conversation and all 8 of us start hiking down the right trail, I realize that I have 3 Playboy bunnies all to myself. Now this is the amazing race. So as I'm standing there, I'm scheming. What is it you say? What is the right thing to say when you're with 3 Playboy bunnies in a leech-infested jungle and they are exhausted and cranky and smell like homeless people? What is it you say? I couldn't think of a thing. Not a thing. And so I decided, instead of saying something dumb, that I would say nothing. But I would arrange to be as close to the Playboy bunnies as possible at every moment, just in case one of them should go, "Ooh, I'm so hot." And so we hiked on through this long, monotonous afternoon, And it's hot. And the bugs are whining in the trees. And we're just wondering if this day is ever going to fucking end. And we're all getting a little ragged. We're getting a little crazy. And all of a sudden, one of the other Playboy playmates freaks out. It's Jennifer Lavoie, Miss April 1993. Page 55, French maid's outfit, awesome! She has a leech attached to her arm. And she's going, ew, get it off me, get it off me. Now this is the moment. This is the moment to step forward and save a nude model from a blood-sucking leech. This is the moment to take her arm in my hands and bite it off. Ha-ha! And be a hero. But I didn't. I didn't because she was being whiny. And that made me less excited. And so instead of saving her, I just looked over at her and I thought, psh, pussy. And I went back to the trail because I had a race to do. So our team went racing on for another 6 days. We never saw the Playboy bunnies again. We climbed through caves slimed with bat shit. We wrecked our boat in a crocodile-infested river. And then on day 10, our quest came to an end because I had to be airlifted off a jungle peak because I drunk some bad river water and I had diarrhea so bad I could barely stand up. But as I lost consciousness, I had one last vision of 3 buxom beauties bending over to tend to my every need in nurses' costumes.